in Texas Stadium. Round 10 of the Camel Supercross Series. We're in Dallas, is set, and we're about ready to go. Now, we've gone through qualifying 3 heats earlier, 2 semis, and a last chance have put 21 of the fastest and best Supercross riders in the world on the gate for this main. It's the Coors Extra Gold Super Challenge. Now, what you saw just a few seconds ago, they were the mechanics for the riders. They were waving their signal boards. And actually, they were using them as fans. It is hot and humid in Dallas. The gate has dropped. Round 10 is underway. That's Jeff Stanton for Team Honda. Stanton out of Sherwood, Michigan is the points leader in this Camel Supercross Series. And he is wasting no time. Right behind Stanton on that green Kawasaki, rider number 5, Jeff Ward, a former Supercross champ, and he's coming off a big win just 1 week ago in Tampa. Now, Jeff Stanton has won 3 Supercross events this year. He did it while Jeff Ward was on the sidelines. In the opening event of the year, Anaheim, California, Ward suffered a foot injury that kept him out of the next 6 events. Ward came roaring back, though, with a vengeance. Since coming back, he's picked up a 3rd, a 2nd, then 1 week ago, an overall win in Tampa. Now, in that race, Jeff Stanton was working his way through the pack when he suffered a mechanical difficulty that put him out of the race. We expected Stanton to challenge Ward, but that never materialized. It has, however, come together here in Dallas. Now, you might think, because Jeff Ward has no chance of winning that championship, that he would be riding on the conservative side. So we asked the Kawasaki team rider a little earlier if indeed that could be the case.
I don't think so. I want to win races right now. You know, I am out of the championship probably, but you know, I can't get points for, you know, getting up to top 5. That's my goal right now. I can get 2nd, I think, if I push it to the end. But I want to win races, and I'm not going to do that by settling in and riding conservative.
The ride that Jeff Ward is turning in here in Dallas could not be mistaken for a conservative one. Now, here's the battle for the number 4 position. Johnny O'Mara is in 3rd. He's chasing, of course, Jeff Ward and Jeff Stanton. But this battle for 4th carries a lot of significance in this Camel Supercross Series. Ron Lechien is in 5th. He's rider number 4 on that green Kawasaki. In 4th, it's Eric Kehoe aboard the yellow Suzuki. Now, 1 week ago, when Stanton failed to finish, Lechien finished 3rd, and he picked up a pile of points and is now in the championship chase. Let's see what Lechien says about being aggressive or conservative at this point in the season.
It's hard to say. You know, it just depends on the situation, I would say, because, you know, I'd like to say you ride conservative, but, you know, that's not going to win the race for you. So, you know, it just depends. If you're out leading, then sure, you might need to ride conservative, but if you're, you know, if you're back in the pack and, you know, you need to let it all hang out.
And that's exactly the situation Lechien was in just a few moments ago, back in the pack. But he has worked his way forward. He just passed Eric Kehoe and has taken over the number 4 position. Now there's Johnny O'Mara in 3rd, the Osho. And you can see the difference between the 2 riders. It's not much. You're watching as a battle for the number 3 position. Johnny O'Mara, the Osho on the yellow Suzuki, has got it. And Ron Lechien on that green Kawasaki, rider number 4, wants it. Now, going into this Dallas Supercross event, Johnny O'Mara, former Supercross champ, is in the number 4 position in the series standings. Ron Lechien is right behind him, just 3 points behind, as a matter of fact. So we could be looking at a shift, and there goes Lechien to the inside, and he cleanly passes the Osho. I can't believe that Johnny O'Mara just moved over. He must have made some kind of a miscue going into that corner, because O'Mara is generally one tough customer to pass. In any event, Ron Lechien has taken over 3rd, and here is the battle for the number 1 spot. The rider currently holding that position is the same rider that has held it since the drop of the gate. Rider number 7 for Team Honda, the series points leader, Jeff Stanton out of Sherwood, Michigan. And here comes Ward. Ward dove underneath Stanton and took over the number 1 spot. Now in that corner, Stanton was using the same line that he had used throughout the race. Ward had been studying him and watching him. All he did was dove in a little bit deeper than Stanton, went lower, and he managed to put his bike in front of Stanton. Let's look at it again in slow motion. This is what you call a block pass. Now watch Ward as he just moves to the front of Stanton. Stanton has nowhere to go and has to hit the brakes. Jeff Ward, a former Supercross champion, is leading. Right behind him, Jeff Stanton, rider number 7 aboard that red Honda. Since the opening lap, these 2 riders have pounded away at each other. Jeff Stanton took the whole shot and led the first 1/2 of the race. He was passed by Ward, but Ward has not been able to run away from Stanton. Several times throughout this race, we've mentioned Jeff Stanton's points lead. In my opinion, Stanton right now should be riding conservatively, and he should settle for that 2nd place. But he's kept the pressure on Jeff Ward, and there's only one reason that you would do that. That means he's going to try a last-ditch effort, and here we go. The white flag is out. Let's see what happens. Stanton goes to the inside. Jeff Ward jumped right over the top of Jeff Stanton. Ward with a hard drive out of that corner. Caught the lip of that jump. Stanton tried to dive underneath, and Ward went over the top of him. And I was right. Here comes Stanton. He is trying a last-ditch effort on this last lap of round 10 in Texas Stadium. He's moved up now to within a bike length. He's going to try to dive underneath, and he does. He rammed Jeff Ward. Stanton rammed Ward, the two of them side by side. Look at that. They bumped in midair. Ward almost fell off the bike. Now Stanton takes a clear-cut lead around that corner, and he almost went down. Jeff Stanton has taken over the number 1 position. He's now going to put a lap rider between himself and Stanton. Come out of that tunnel jump. He nailed it off the top of that big jump. His bike shot up in the air, and that's going to give the win to Jeff Ward. Jeff Ward is going to take the win. What an unbelievable sequence of events. I have never seen a lap of Supercross racing that exciting. An unbelievable turn of events at the last instant, giving Jeff Ward the win. There's Ward being congratulated by his mechanic. They have to be happy. The other side of the fence, well, that's Jeff Stanton. He finished second. But Stanton had the race in his grasp. Then at the last minute, throwing it away for no apparent reason. There's Ron Lechien, rider number 4 aboard the Kawasaki. Ron Lechien finished in that number 3 position.
Jeff, what a great race. Probably one of the best races we've seen all season long. What were you thinking when Stanton got by you?
You know, he made a real aggressive move in that corner. Kind of the same one I made to him. I was expecting it. The last lap, I made one mistake going in the hoops, and I knew he'd be on me. I tried to go inside, but he went in real inside. We tagged, and I held him off, but the ball, I jumped too far over the tabletop, landed real hard. He couldn't make the corner, and he got me. And I was putting the pressure on him. I think I just tapped his tire there in that corner, maybe, and he spun out.
Were you surprised whenever he went down coming out of the tunnel?
Well, I saw him get sideways, and I knew I'd have a chance in the next corner to do like I did before. But instead of trying to correct it, he grabbed a handful, and it just came back all the way. So I was happy.
How do you feel about coming back and making it 2 in a row?
Pretty good. I feel really good. Felt strong the whole way, but Jeff, man, he was really tough also. And, you know, my hat's off to him. He had that win just as much as I could have had it. He made one more mistake than I did, but he rode a great race.